Chelsea Football Club wants a left winger, and it looks like Nico Williams is the dream target. The dream target to the point where they're ready to compete with 4 clubs. They were doing it all last summer, and now they're in this hot seat to persuade him again. I'm going to talk about it, but it also means 2 players are leaving Chelsea Football Club that play in a similar position. One of them being Jadon Sancho. We've got the latest from Fabrizio Romano, and the second one being George Mendes' client, Joao Felix. It looks like they've already got a club set up for him. George Mendes has direct quotes put out, and we're going to talk about them because it is very damning for Joao Felix's future career. Then, what do we need to do? We need to talk about the fact that Chelsea Football Club might be leaving Stamford Bridge. Look, all the information has surfaced, and I thought it was about time you lot get my perspective on it. I've got very strong feelings about this situation. For me, Chelsea Football Club belongs in West London. Whether it's at Stamford Bridge or somewhere close to there, I'm going to give you my explicit views, and I'm going to explain to you why Todd Bowley has for the first time publicly indicated how his shares could be up for sale. I'm going to explain to you, and we're going to talk about that. But before we get started, number 1, hit that like button, and in the comments below, let me know what number like you were. So if you were the 3rd person to like it, just put a number 3 in the comment section below. It really helps me out, and it also tells me which one of you watch the content rigorously. Furthermore, if you're new to the channel, guys, we're like 430 people away from 40,000. Look, I really want to hit 40,000. It's a huge milestone for me. So if you can help me out and do this, I'll greatly appreciate it. Let's get started. Chelsea Football Club have been chasing a left winger for a while, right? Chelsea have spent an awful lot of money on left wing talent. Whether it was under Roman Abramovich, where we got Christian Pulisic. After Eden Hazard left, we needed to replace him, and we got Christian Pulisic. Christian Pulisic went, Mudryk came in. Mudryk goes, Neto comes in, Sancho comes in, and that position is still left vacant. We have spent an abnormal amount of money on that position with no success, let's be honest. However, it looks like they've got one player in their mind, they've been wanting this player for a minute, and now they look like they're going to go back in for him. It is Nico Williams. For those of you that don't know who he is, I think, a 23-year-old Spanish international. The guy is very talented, very comfortable dribbler. I have my reservation about his output. I think there needs to be more. I don't like the fact that he's averaging 4 and 5 goals a season in La Liga. It is very shaky stuff, but he's fun to watch. Really good isolating winger. One-on-one, he'll tear you apart. Genuinely, he'll put a good delivery in. What we'll need is a number 9. It can't just be Nico Williams and then we expect him to carry the production. We just know he's not one of those players. He will get the Neto treatment. However, what has happened for me to talk about? Chelsea Football Club, among other clubs such as Arsenal, Bayern Munich and Barcelona, are all actively trying to get his services. And this is where it gets interesting. Fabrizio Romano said, Chelsea view him as a dream target. Chelsea will have meetings with him to persuade the player to come to us. And the player will only go to the club that gives him the best offer. Listen, I hate to burst anyone's bubble. I hate to be the person here that tells you stop dreaming, because I know a lot of people really like Nico Williams. I don't see us getting him. Not because we're not bigger than Bayern Munich or not bigger than Arsenal. He wants to go to Barcelona. He has his heart set on Barcelona. He took a year out just so Barcelona could get their finances in order so he can go and play with his boy Lamine Yamal. Look, this kid is happy at Bilbao. He's getting crazy wages. He's playing with his brother. And if he ever leaves, why would he not go to Barcelona? He is a Spanish kid. He grew up in Spain. He wants to play for one of the big boys in Spain. Why would he have any interest in coming to England? And if he does, it's because somebody is paying over the odds for him. And more importantly, someone's selling him a project that he believes he can be part of, and Barcelona don't want it. For me personally, this is extremely risky from Chelsea Football Club if we go and get him. Great talent, but for me, it's just not worth the risk. I would avoid this move, but I know a lot of people like him. Jadon Sancho was someone that was meant to solve the left wing position, right? Jadon Sancho was meant to be one of those players that was going to come in, ease the burden on the team. Jadon hasn't done that. I spoke about Jadon on numerous occasions, and I always reiterate the same point. Jadon Sancho is a letdown for the level of talent that he has. For me, Jadon Sancho in the future will look back at his career and say, I underachieved. Because the way he broke on the scene, the way he played at Dortmund, the numbers he put up, the performances. He should have achieved more in the UK, whether it was at Manchester United or whether it was at Chelsea. Look, he's going to look back at his time at Chelsea and he's going to say, my Bournemouth debut was amazing. I really made a statement. My performance against Tottenham was very good. Other than that, I'm really struggling to remember any other good performances that he should be proud of at Chelsea Football Club. Jadon Sancho is far too talented to be in the position that he's in. And now Fabrizio Romano is coming out and he's basically insinuating that Sancho is going to leave. Because he said Chelsea are very open to the idea of keeping Jadon Sancho, very open. But they acknowledge that his performances have dropped. Straight away there, it's you give with one hand, you take with the other hand. Gives him a compliment, but at the same time he takes it away that his performances have dropped. They are confident that he's going to finish the season basically in a very good way. However, and this is the big however, nothing is decided yet. Yo, I'm telling you now, before you break up with a girl, and if you already have a holiday booked, you still go, you don't tell her you're breaking up with, because it's already paid for. And in this case, Chelsea already have a short-term holiday booked at the end of the month with him. They're going away with him, and on the way back, they're going to tell him, listen, it's not me, it's you, and we need to break up. And that's just the reality of it. They're making do of a bad situation. They're telling him everything he wants to hear. Why? Because they want him to perform at his best. At the end of the season, unless something drastically changed, Jadon Sancho will be going back to Manchester United. And whether he'll be playing at Manchester United, that's a completely different story. But I don't see Chelsea paying 25 million for him when there's a 5 million loan fee that they can pay to just send him back and make this a whole option thing where they won't activate it. My personal opinion. This next story regarding Joao Felix is another pity one. Because Joao Felix is far too talented for an individual to not find a home. You've seen him at Benfica, he's broken through, golden boy, £107 million move when it wasn't even popular. And then all of a sudden, Atletico Madrid Player of the Year, doesn't work out, goes to Chelsea Football Club, doesn't work out, comes back to Atletico Madrid, doesn't work out, goes to Barcelona, doesn't work out, and the issue is it doesn't work out. Not always because of him. Bad timing, bad managers get sacked, so he doesn't play, he's not given opportunities, he's called out on stuff that others aren't called out. I've made a whole video about how I was wrong on Joao Felix. I'll put it into the pinned comment and at the end of the video if you want to go check it out. Genuinely, it's a detailed video of where I believe his career went wrong and how I've assessed him so differently. However, now Jorge Mendes is coming out and made a comment, and this comment made me realize, yo, we are in serious trouble as Joao Felix fans, because it's the end of the road for him. They basically said, if Chelsea can agree, he will be joining Galatasaray. The interest is there, the desire is there, and what this tells you is this guy's got no other option at this moment in time. He's going to have to go there, secure the bag, he's going to have to go there, play a stupid amount of football, and then from then onwards, maybe resurrect his career. Look, it hasn't worked in England, it hasn't worked in Italy so far, and it's not worked in Spain. He's going to have to go to Turkish football, which in my opinion is not even the top 5 leagues in the world, and recreate himself. And he's going to have to use every Champions League opportunity as a box office to mark the territory that he's actually a competent player and that someone else should give him another opportunity. Messy situation. I don't like it. I feel sorry for him. But it's all of his own doing. There's only so much the finger can be pointed at other clubs. He's the common factor here. Before we continue with the video and talk about the stadium, I need you guys to do me a massive favor. Hit that like button. 1,000 likes go a long way. And like I said, subscribe. We are super close to 40,000. If you made it this far, you're clearly enjoying the content. Now we need to talk about it. Look, Chelsea Football Club have a stadium that's just over 40,000. Chelsea Football Club have aspirations of being one of the elite clubs in the world. That enotails having a great stadium. Whether you like it or not, having a great stadium and a big capacity stadium ensures that you generate more revenue equals more investment equals more players that are of the quality that Chelsea Football Club demand. However, what has happened? It looks like Chelsea Football Club have two options, and we've spoken about this in detail in the past. Number one, stand by stand redevelopment. Number two, move to another site. There are no other options. Genuinely, there are no other options. The CPO, the Chelsea Pitch Owners Association, control a lot of it. They basically control the name Chelsea Football Club, the colours that Chelsea play in, and if they don't agree on the move, Chelsea can't move anywhere because they can't be under the club called Chelsea, nor can they be under that wearing the shade of blue. It's complicated. You know that ones, lawyers are going to lawyer thing. However, what has happened? Number one, Todd Boehly has given us the first indication that there could be a little drift between Chelsea, Clear Lake owners, and Todd Boehly in his camp. He basically said if they can't resolve the stadium, this is the final piece, yeah, where they need to align. They need to align on their vision on what the stadium's going to be. We know Todd's vision. Todd wants a huge stadium that will enable them to host concerts, sporting events, and other sporting events, not including football. Hence, they want a new stadium. Clear Lake apparently wants something similar. It's now deciding what they're going to do. And this is where it gets interesting because there's a site available 5-minute walking distance near Earl's Court. And from there onwards, it is a huge site. Genuinely, you might actually just need a quarter of it to build a stadium of the magnitude that Chelsea would have built. And the other site, well, they're going to have to persuade the council that they've got other projects. And this is where it gets very interesting because it's not too late for Chelsea to put a bid in, but there's already somebody that's been putting planning permissions and meeting with a local council for 4 years trying to do this is development. Look, if Chelsea can get it, it's near the Earl's Court. It's the Earl's Court bid, right? It will be a phenomenal achievement. It will be something that is super close. And a lot of you are asking me, what's your view? Guys, I have a very strong view on this. And this sounds really horrible. And people are most probably not going to like my opinion. But if Chelsea can't stay in West London, I just want us to stay at Stamford Bridge. And people are going to say, what are you talking about? The club will fall behind. We're not going to generate the revenue. Look, I don't believe it's right that Chelsea will be moved to somewhere in Reigate or somewhere in Surrey or somewhere further out of London like Woking. I don't believe this is what Chelsea Football Club is. Chelsea Football Club is West London. Chelsea Football Club is South West London. You know that one. It's Putney, it's Fulham, like that area. It's where Chelsea Football Club is. I grew up in that area. Walking to Stamford Bridge from my house here, where I grew up in Roehampton, was half an hour. Genuinely, I could have walked. Me and my boy Ryan, whenever we used to go to games, we'd literally start walking. We'd walk down, grab a beer, all the way walk. It was half an hour to the game. And then after the game, we'd walk back. Genuinely, some of my favourite games that I went to, we did that walk. We'd talk about the team news beforehand. After the game, we'd talk about the game on the way back. My best memories. And you know what? A lot of people can say that's nostalgia, Alex. You need to move off it. The problem is the culture of Chelsea Football Club is West London. We can't move too far away. I don't want to see Chelsea in East London. I don't want to see Chelsea North. I don't want to see Chelsea too far away. So for me, this Earl's Court move, if they have to overpay, overpay. You're going to make the money back in the future. When you sell the club, you'll make that money back. And you'll also have a crazy asset because of the location. But that's just my opinion. I want to know yours. Look, my opinion here is not even logical. It's more emotional, right? I am emotionally invested into this. Hence why I've got this opinion. I'm not saying it's correct. I'm just saying it's my perspective. I want you to respect it. I don't want you to agree with it. I just want there to be an understanding of these feelings aside. So it is what it is. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, if you want to see my apology to all of you about how I was wrong about Joao Felix, the video's here. Go check it out. Genuinely, it's some of my best work. Peace out. I'm out. Have a lovely day.